All right, let's go and say hello to our first guest of the day. Very excited to talk to this man. He is one of the absolute best welterweights in the world. Some might say he's the number one contender. I'm sure he would agree with them if they did say that. He was in attendance on Saturday, had a front row seat at what transpired at the Bell Center. Can't wait to get his thoughts. Let us say hello to the pride of Philadelphia, the one and only Big Sean Brady. Oh, there he, ooh, I like it.
You see what I'm doing for you,
Yo,
Ariel?
this
You
is
see what I'm
nice.
doing? The
Yo,
support, man.
where'd you get that?
So we got there Thursday for the fights, and I guess because I was a guest fighter, me, Vitor Belfort, Joanna, and Bilal's teammate Ignacio Bahamendez, we're all like playing some games, and they gave us all these jerseys. So I figured, what better way to
Oh,
break it out than
respect.
on your show and
Okay.
show support?
Better than that Philly gear you were wearing in the front row over there on Saturday. I mean,
See,
really.
now I'm gonna have to take it off.
Yeah, no, I just mean like in the front row. Golly. I respect it. You got to represent.
Well, yeah, no, Canada was awesome though. So
Was that your
just
first
went there.
time?
First time.
Wow.
It was great. The fight, true fight fans up there for sure. It was awesome. Like it felt like I was fighting Saturday night because of how much like love I got from the fans. So it was really great. I definitely want to go back, and I didn't realize like TriStar was right there. I ran into Rory McDonald, was talking to him, might go up there and do some training with those guys. So, yeah, I'm definitely going to be going back. It was a 50-minute flight from Philly.
Telling you, yeah, it's great. Roy McDonald, so good to see him back in the mix. It had been so long since we saw him, involved in a UFC fight week. I also understand you may have visited a restaurant that I told Lloyd to go to. Joe Beef. Did you guys go to Joe Beef?
Yeah, you told him
Did
to
you
go
like?
there?
That was my recommendation. What do you say?
It was very good. Me, my coach, Lloyd, Vitor Belfort, and I think someone, we all went, and it was great. It was good steak for sure. It wasn't like a steakhouse vibe though, which I liked. It was like it was almost like an Italian like
Yeah,
restaurant
yeah,
feel,
yeah.
like very small, very homey. It was awesome. Like I really do like Montreal. It was great.
Love to hear that. All right, let's talk about what you saw. And I know that you were I think, correct me if I'm wrong, you were leaning towards Bilal, but you weren't counting Jack out. In the end,
Yeah.
what did you think of how it all played out?
Oh, yeah, I mean, I definitely said going into it that Jack, like exactly what happened with Jack. Jack's very hard to take down, and when you do get him down, he scrambles very well. I said that on maybe your podcast. I know I said it on my podcast. Clearly, he punches very hard. I said that as well. Bilal has a broken nose, a broken orbital, so yeah, it was an amazing fight. Like cage side, it was a great fight. Definitely one of the best fights of the year. I don't think I was listening to your clip of you talking earlier about Bilal and how he did shoot takedowns and how like his stats kind of were aligned with usually where they're at. I definitely feel like he could have shot more in the beginning. But like GC and the other guys were saying, Jack was throwing knees and uppercuts up the middle, and yeah, he made it very tough. But as far as both of them, it was a great fight and a great performance from both of them. It was definitely like I haven't watched it back yet. I'm sure I will, but watching it live, it felt very close. I don't know how it felt watching it on TV.
To the point that you just brought up, was there anything that Bilal did or didn't do that surprised you? Like you say, okay, he could have shot more and maybe a couple more here and there. I think it's not giving Jack enough credit.
Yeah, yeah,
For say like he's not.
yeah,
What is he gonna do? Just walk in there and take the guy
yeah.
down? Like it's not that easy,
Yeah.
right?
No, for sure. I do think he could have tried to clinch with him a little bit more. Like you can shoot and not attempt to really get the takedown, but you get Jack to start thinking about the takedown a little bit more. And he didn't really do that for the first 3 rounds. I think he might have shot like once or twice here, but yeah, I just thought he was going to be trying to clinch with him more because if you're just standing in space with Jack, like his boxing is clean, his head movement is great. So like you gotta and credit to Bilal though because he did that. He stood there, he traded with him, didn't get dropped, got hit with some heavy shots, but yeah, I just thought he was going to have a little bit different of a game plan. I think that game plan started to come out a little bit more towards the end of the fight when he maybe realized that it was kind of maybe slipping away from him a little bit, but I thought it was close the entire way through.
Did Jack surprise you? Did anything? We hadn't seen him in so
No,
long.
I know how good Jack is. I prepared for him. I got ready for him when he was at like his hottest streak, and I knew how serious I took him. And Jack's an amazing fighter. He doesn't talk like he's not very like not on social media doing all kinds of crazy stuff. But as far as fighting, I think he's one of the best in the division. He has every skill. He's great on the feet, good on the ground, hard to take down. He has submissions. He's big for the division. He's 5'11". Like he's definitely taller than people think. So yeah, he's definitely going to be a good champion for sure. And like I said, like I've already done a camp for him. So if he's the champion by the time everything clears up, yeah, I definitely know what I'm getting myself into.
When you were watching that and realized that Jack was going to become the new champion, were you disappointed? Did this make things a little more complicated for you?
No, because I seen it two ways. Bilal, if Bilal won, there's a better chance of me definitely getting the title shot, which would be amazing. But I knew if Jack won, that I'd be fighting again, which I've been saying since the Leon fight, which I'm fine with. And like you guys were just saying, me and Ian, like I feel like people are very surprised I keep saying that. They're like, oh, why don't like you don't want the title shot? I'm like, of course I want the title shot, but there's still Shavkat there. There's Islam saying he's moving up. You have Kamaru and Buckley saying whoever wins that's getting a title shot. So we're all going to have to fight. I'm going to have to fight Ian Garry eventually. Why not just do it now and just get it out of the way if I'm as good as I think I am? I would fight Shavkat for the number one contender, but he made a tweet with a surgeon next to him, so no one knows. He says he's coming back in October. That really means he's probably coming back the end
Right.
of the year or even next year. So yeah, me and Ian had a little interaction at the fight. He was at the end of the aisle. I was at the like the beginning, and he was like asking me what I thought like from across the way, and I just went like this to him. I was like, me and you, like that's what I think. I think me and you are going to have to fight now because there's I'm not like we can't all wait around for a title shot.
And so what did he do when you said that?
He kind of laughed, but he's still asking me like what I thought about the fight, and I was like we were so far away. I just mouthed like I thought Jack did enough
Oh,
at
this
the
was
end.
right after the fight ended, but
Oh, we were
before they
literally
announced.
cage. We were cage side. Yeah, we
Wow.
were cage side. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Would you have both gone in there if Bilal won?
If they started pulling him in, I'm walking in too. All right. I still have that. I have that number one next to my name. I don't know where Bilal is going to move in the rankings because he lost to Jack. Maybe he'll go to 3. Maybe he'll take my spot. But for today, I still have the number one next to my name. So yeah, I'm still the number one contender.
How do you feel if in fact they go with Islam versus Jack next? Are you okay with that? Are you okay with Islam getting the title shot?
Sorry, someone's calling me. You still got me?
Yep, yep.
Um, Yeah, I mean, like you guys said, I would rather see him stay where he's at, and kind of clean out 155. The whole double champ thing is hard, especially when 2 of his fights were against Volkanovski, and then he does have Dustin Poirier, but there's still guys at 155, and then you have Ilya trying to come up. But then again, on the other hand, he's done so much if he wants to move up. If he's going to move up, is he going to stay there though? Because if not, now you're holding up 2 divisions. So if he's going to move up, then me and Ian are fighting. Like I know like that's the fight to make. And yeah, that's just the way I see it.
And so it seems like whether or not Islam fights on June 28th, which is what I would love to see, and then move up to fight Jack, it seems like he will probably be next for Jack, right? And so that does leave you, Ian. Shavkat, I agree with you. We're not seeing him at the earliest until the end of the year.
Yeah.
Ian posted a video kind of breaking down the division, and you weren't mentioned in there. Did you see this video?
Yeah. I did. I seen it. I don't. Ian's not scared of me. Ian just wants the title shot. That's what he's thinking he's getting next. Which I know is not true. I know I'm not even getting it. Islam's getting it. Whether it's Jack saying he wants to fight in 8 weeks from now. So in my mind, I'm like, man, what if they do Islam and Jack at International Fight Week?
Nah, no chance. No chance.
I know. But I'm like, that would be nuts. But so it just depends on the time frame. But with Ian, it's like, bro, he knows who the fight is. Like he knows, like I said it a million times on here, same manager. He knows the landscape. He knows what they want. It makes the most sense. And it makes more sense for him. I'm the number one guy. You're like 6 rankings behind me or wherever you're at. So it could be the other way around. I could be saying like, nope, I'm sitting on my spot, not giving it up. I'm going to sit on it until I get my title shot. And I'm not here doing that. Like I'm 32 years old. I'm in the prime of my career. I feel great. I want to fight. And like I said, whether Ian's 6 or number 2 or the champion, eventually I'm going to have to fight him because he is good. So why not just fight now?
We spoke to you very briefly after his win over Carlos Prates, but I didn't ask you about the performance. Were you surprised of anything in that fight, the win over Prates a couple of weeks ago?
No, he looked good the first. He did what he did. He did what he does. Carlos surprised me more that he didn't start faster. You know, the fourth and fifth round, he started getting going. If he would have did that earlier, that fight could have looked a little bit different because we seen in the fifth round he almost had him out of there. And if Carlos had a little bit more, like a better fight IQ, I think he could have finished him in the fifth round. A couple more hammer fists when he was hanging on his leg, and that fight's over. So yeah, it just kind of blows my mind that Ian thinks he deserved the title shot after he fought Shavkat and lost, and then when Jack got the title call, he was mad that he didn't get it, and then he goes out there and beats Carlos Prates, who's number 13, which is a good win. But it was a decision, and you almost got finished in the fifth round, and you think you deserve a title shot. No one deserves anything. We all need to go prove who is the best and who deserves it. And if I want to just sit on my spot, I could say I just finished Leon Edwards in London. I'm waiting for my spot. But instead, I'm saying we'll fight, and whoever wins out of that will be me, and then I'll get my title shot.
If for some reason he sticks to his guns on this, do you think there's any possibility Buckley beats Usman and they try to do you versus Buckley?
That's another one. Yeah. I mean, the winner of that, it could be me and Buckley, or it could be me and Usman. I
Right.
I think people are forgetting about Usman too. So
You think he has a
yeah,
chance in that one? You think he has?
100. I
Yeah.
think people are crazy to count out Kamaru Usman. Yes, he's a little bit older. People always talk about his knees and all these things, but if you go watch him fight, when he fights, he makes it happen. Like he fights to a different level than I'm sure he trains at. You know, he goes in there and he turns it on. What he did against Hamzat on 10 days notice, up a weight class, if there was 2 more rounds in that fight, it would look a little bit different. So yeah, I'm definitely not. Buckley's on an amazing streak, but I'm definitely not counting out Kamaru Usman.
Yeah, that fight, by the way, is happening June 14th. So we're going to get some sort of clarity in the next month or so. For
Yeah,
you, realistically, I know you took that fight on somewhat short notice. You had the baby. By the way, happy first Mother's Day to your
thank you.
wife. Hope you guys had a
Sitting right
great.
here.
Oh yes, all right. Hope you guys had a great weekend.
Yeah.
Realistically, when do you want to fight?
Oh man, I was hoping like August, September timeframe, you
Okay.
know, and then kind of see how, and that's kind of, I guess, realistic, right, with the way things have to play out. But I don't think it's that big of a decision. It's that hard of a decision. It's me and Ian. Like he just fought, I just fought a little bit ago. By the time September rolls around, we're both healthy, we're both fresh. Why not just do that? And yeah, that just be that, you know. But because we're going to have to have an answer for International Fight Week within the next couple of weeks. You know, I mean,
Days.
hopefully this week.
Yeah.
Like we have to know something soon. So we're going to have an answer on Islam relatively soon, wouldn't you think?
100%. Yeah, 100%. And I know you were in Montreal. Did you happen to see anyone, the brass, anyone give you any sort of inkling as to what they want to do with you?
No, I didn't run into anybody, but I do know that I've heard already that they were leaning towards me and Ian.
Okay.
So that's it. Just makes and it makes the most sense. Like like I said, especially for him, I'm the number 1 contender. It makes even more sense for him than it does for me. Like I think it was Eric saying, if you were me, you kind of sit back, and I agree. I could do that, but it's just like what my man GC in the back was saying. Let's all fight. And let's see who truly deserves it, because you got every single person in the top 5 saying they deserve a title shot. Let's go earn it, and let's see who really deserves it.
By the way, I have a question for GC. This is like the third time you've mentioned his name. Is this your way of like extending an olive branch and getting out? We haven't brought up like the biggest question of them all, but I feel like you're sort of cozying up to him now, giving him all these props. Is this your way
I
of
just
getting
feel
out
like
of the
I'm
battle?
one of the boys in the back.
Okay.
I'm in the back. I'm just in the back, like at my house or
Okay.
in my garage gym. Listen, I'm in the back though.
Sean is one of the boys. We just have to settle it on a bike. That's all it is. It's nothing
Listen,
personal.
I'm a boy in the back. I'm just not in New York City. I'm coming up there. We're going to get to it.
They're worried. Like they were like, "How are you going to bring it up? It's getting awkward now. Like we don't want to. Like it's getting a
Some
little bit."
random fan came up to me in Canada and said, literally asked me about it, and they were like, when you getting up there? I'm like, I'm like, I'm getting there. Trust me. It's going to be a bad day for GC. I just got to get up there. Dude, not to change subjects.
Okay.
I don't know how these people who work at the UFC, like, they're amazing because yesterday I slept for 1 hour last night. We got home from the fight back to the hotel at 2:30 in the morning. We had to be at the airport at 4:30. So I slept for an hour. I'm like, these guys do this every week.
Yeah.
Like it's insane. So shout out to them. They're amazing.
Hey there, sorry to interrupt. Just want to remind you, if you haven't already, please do hit that subscribe button. We would appreciate it very much. And while you're at it, give us a thumbs up too. You know, we've got live shows, interviews, clips, and a whole lot more going on this here channel. All right, now back to the show. That, by the way, GC, that was a great job of changing the subject. Did you see that?
I was going to say that is professional. The way that he moved through that was really professional. I also saw him. I saw on his IG story he posted like hitting the VO2 max on the bike. I'm just like, what is this? Is this this is an intimidation tactic here?
The truth is, it's not worth my time.
Oh my gosh! Oh my god! This is like a 35th ranked guy calling you out.
This is for the DVD. This is for my championship DVD after I win.
It's not worth my time. I love you, brother, but
wow,
it's not worth my
time. We were sort of like earmarking Fight Week in Newark, right? That's what we were talking.
It's still possible. I'm just saying.
Oh wow, possibility now.
It's bad.
Wow.
It's going to be bad.
Okay. Wow.
No, I'm having no mercy when I come up there. I might throw up with how hard I go on this plane.
This sounds like Bilal before the JDM fight. He's like, I'm hungry. I want to eat. I want to eat.
Yo, you want to hear something crazy?
Yeah, let's go.
Real quick. So Saturday. No, I'm sorry. Before I go on the weigh-in show on Friday morning, I'm running on the treadmill and I'm listening to DC do an interview with Brett Okamoto, and he's naming his top 5 welterweights, and I'm not on the list.
Wow. Wait, whose list?
DC.
Oh wow.
So I confronted him on the weigh-in show, and
how'd it go?
He didn't know what to say. He was flabbergasted. I was like, dude, I'm number 1.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You didn't even put me on the list.
He's a casual. Do you think it just slipped his mind, or do you think he actually feels that way?
No, he has to be a casual.
Yeah, I think he's a casual. He doesn't watch the fights. He doesn't watch the fights. I mean, listen to the commentary. Can I ask, is there any chance if none of these fights pan out that they just book the one that everyone wants to see, which is you versus Jeremy Stevens after that, that
I think it's Joe Pyfer versus Jeremy Stevens, but I didn't even know I was included in the beef. So I watched one of his interviews and he was like, Sean Brady and Joe Pyfer were next to my manager and they didn't say shit to me. I did the 50 Cent meme. I was like, what do you say fuck me for? I was like, I didn't have beef with this dude. He just called me out, and I'm like, I didn't say anything bad about you. It was Joey who got up on the mic and gave you the beef, but man, I couldn't believe.
Not a bad diss track though, right?
It was interesting. It was very. We were trying to convince Joe. We do our podcast at. There's a recording studio right next door. We were trying to convince him to go do a diss track and return fire, but Joey wasn't having it.
By the way, what's with all the Vayner guys fighting with each other? You, Ian, Jeremy, Joe, Jeremy. I mean, it's a lot of. Lloyd needs to get a hold of you guys.
Lloyd needs to tighten up. He needs to put his foot down. That's what he needs to do. He needs to put his foot down.
I feel for him. I can't imagine it's very fun when there's all.
It's a good. But seriously, me and Ian, it's a good problem to have.
Yeah.
I respect Ian. Like, he's a good fighter. He's selling it. He's all over the place trying to say he's the number 1 guy. Blah blah blah. But at the end of the day, we're gonna have to fight and figure it out. So, yeah, I don't know where they're going in August, where they're going in September. Like, obviously, I would love to fight some. Like, when's the last time they were in Philly? Me and Ian could do a headline a fight night right at the Wells Fargo Center. Yeah. Like, there's a million. I seen someone saying something about going to Ireland. Like, they're not going back to Ireland for a while probably, but yeah, there's a lot of options for sure.
By the way, who do you like, JDM or Islam?
I think JDM's going to make it a lot more interesting than what people will think it would be.
Wow.
He fights as good as he does, southpaw, orthodox. He's hard to take down. Like I said, he scrambles very he just has this ability to create these scrambles and getting right back to his feet. He started working with Craig Jones. Craig's known for doing like unorthodox stuff like that, and it definitely added to his added to his game plan and his weapons. I seen Craig in the back, and obviously me and him grappled before. We were like hugging each other. I was like, I'm gonna see you sooner than we thought. So hopefully I see him in the corner against me soon. But yeah, I think Jack's gonna hang around for a little bit longer than people think.
Wow. All right. High praise. Okay, so let's see how this all pans out. Your prediction later this year, fall time. It'll be you versus Ian. And do you believe that's a number one contender fight?
You can't even. I don't know.
Yeah, because then you got the Shavkat thing coming on.
They're gonna put like a 1 and then like another 1. Like you're gonna have to. It's like getting like a stripe on your black belt. Like if you have to have the 1 and then you have to get 4 more to get an actual title shot. But no, I think. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I don't mind fighting. This is what we do, and I'm in the prime of my career. And if we're as good as we say we are, we're gonna be hanging around fighting each other for a while. So why not get this one done? Lit Islam. Come up, probably fight Jack, probably retire and not defend the belt, and then let the rest of us figure it out.
Last one. How do you see the fight against Ian going? Like, how do you see it playing out?
Yeah, obviously I'm a grappler. I'm gonna go forward on Ian. Take the space away from him. Ian's really good at distance, and that's where he's gonna try to keep me. And it'll be my job to push forward and take that space away and make him uncomfortable, and eventually break him.
Thank you, Sean. Appreciate it. We're waiting for you. The seat is open for you whenever you want. No pressure.
We'll see you next month, Sean.
No, I'm just gonna roll up in the studio one day. You guys aren't even gonna know it.
That's
I'm
good.
I'm gonna be in my biker shorts.
Sneak attack.
And I'm have gels with me, and we're gonna be ready to go.
Can't wait for that. We'll be waiting.
Right,
Thank you, Sean. You're the man.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it.
I appreciate it.
Much love. There he is, the great Sean Brady. I would pay top dollar for that fight. I would love to see that fight. I would love to see how it all pans out at the top of that division. All of a sudden, 170 has 170 become the most interesting weight class in the UFC, at least right now, and maybe this is just my feelings in the immediate aftermath. There's Jones and Aspinall, and that's it at heavyweight. There's Pereira and Ankalaev, and that's pretty much it at light heavyweight right now. At 185, Dricus Khamzat, and there's some other stuff, but like that's the thing. You know, there's Imavov and Kaio, but that's the one. At 170, there's like a 6-pack of different options. 155 is obviously interesting, but it's really about Ilya, Islam, and Charles. Yeah, I feel confident saying that. When's the last time we said that? 170, the most interesting weight class in the UFC right now. Thanks for watching this video. Before you go, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button for us. Also, give us a thumbs up, leave a nice comment. These things go a long way. And while you're here, do check out the rest of the channel. We've got live shows and full interviews, clips, and a whole lot more. We're doing big things here, and we appreciate your support very much.